what's YouTube? It's your most here. Taking back to some more sets of theory, and this one is called the complete timeline of Krusty the Clown. You know, Krusty, he's like a clown that makes kids happy, you know, by showing a show called Itchy and Scratchy. To be honest, I hate the show. It's just so bad. Like, all Itchy and Scratchy do is just kill each other, and Bart and Lisa just laugh at it. Like, it's not even funny. It's just stupid. But anyways, yeah, we're about to check out the timeline of Krusty the Clown. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, notifications. Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter. I'll put this down in the video, and I'll promise I will do Jeffy's bad dog after this video. But anyways, yeah, make sure like. Wait, did I already do that? Yeah, I already did that.
Hey, kids!
And let's continue, guys.
Krusty is Springfield's beloved foul-mouthed cigar-chewing clown, and when he's not making shoddy merchandise or drinking blended money shakes, he's entertaining the town with his slapstick antics. The clown has had a pretty crazy life too, from faking his own death to running for Congress. In this video today, we'll explore his entire life, tracking his rise from a street mime to TV stardom. We'll also dive into his family woes, his many wives, his daughter, and his estranged relationship with his father. So come on, let's stop clowning around and get right
into it. Yeah, man, he has a
as
bad relationship with his father.
Krusty
and like, he never sees his daughter.
I heartily endorse this
Barely.
event or product.
By the way, unlike Krusty's seal of approval, you know you'll get quality from this channel. So be sure to hit that subscribe button for more Simpsons content. Only a tiny portion of you who watch my videos are actually subscribed to the channel. And although it may not seem like such a big deal, it honestly really helps me out when you click that red button.
Make sure to go subscribe.
Anyway,
I mean, you're making pretty good videos.
Krusty's early years. Krusty the Clown, also known as... yeah, you're not going to get me to pronounce that, sorry. But anyway,
Herschel.
He was born to Hyman and Rachel Krustovsky.
He has a weird name.
His father was a rabbi and heavily respected in the Jewish community where he grew up, so much so that people would approach his father to ask for some sage advice. Krusty's dream was to be an entertainer, but his father disapproved, so he kept his aspirations hidden. Until one day his father walked in on him performing in the bathroom.
Close the door!
Later on as a teen, Krusty sneaked out to perform as a clown. During one live show in which his father was in attendance, someone sprayed his face with water, causing his makeup to
I actually
wash
remember
off.
that too.
And Hyman was absolutely outraged, and so would go on to divide the pair for years. They would later reconcile.
He kept on going. He never forgave up.
Krusty
He never
also
gave
had
up
a
on his
half-brother on
dreams.
his mother's side called
Never
Luke
give up.
Perry, and Krusty absolutely loathed him. He was handsome and didn't have to hide behind really brightly coloured clown makeup, and so shot him out of a cannon, ploughing him through several different buildings, landing in a pillow factory, which is subsequently blown up by a demolition
yeah, that did
team.
happen.
Krusty showed throughout
Whoa.
the years. So in show business, you have to start from somewhere, and Krusty started at the very bottom.
Man, Krusty has had a show for like so many years.
Before jumping in his little clown car and journeying towards success in show business. He would get his very own talk show in the 60s, and it would go over several iterations throughout the decades. In the 70s, he even tried his hand at music.
What was I on?
Even though the success of his show has been faltered through certain Sideshow Bob, Gabbo, and
I actually do
Bob
remember
again,
like when like
his show is still
oh yeah,
on air.
Sideshow Bob,
With a little help
he
from Bette
framed
Midler and the
Krusty.
gang for Krusty's comeback special. She really was the wind beneath Krusty's wings. It seems that Krusty's time as a
And
talk show host
Homer
may
tried
have
to be
helped
the
him
new
build up
Krusty.
an impressive contact list in the business of show, including Hugh Hefner and Johnny Carson. But as impressive as his phone book may be, one of the most shocking things on Krusty's show was suffering a heart attack live on air. And of course, everyone thought it was all part of the act, and as a result, he had a pacemaker put in,
Oh my
leaving
God.
a scar on his chest
I
that
actually
he
do
burnt
remember that.
throughout the show. Age 48, movie star. Krusty's movie career is riding high after starring in Good Cop, Dog Cop.
Dang, Krusty's old.
But when the producers want to start work on the sequel, Krusty says he won't sign anything until they make his passion project, an adaptation of his favourite book, The Sands of Space. Starring as the titular lead, they filmed the movie down in Mexico. After the director quits due to Krusty's demands, he puts himself in charge, but quickly realises that he is well in over his head.
I have no idea how to make a movie.
Luckily, a young Marge and Homer are working on the
this
movie
is when
as PAs.
Homer and Marge were young.
And Krusty soon hires Marge to be his
Oh my
assistant.
God.
Because of her leadership, filming does go well, but Krusty soon gets jealous of Homer, thinking he's taking up all of her time when she should be helping him. So he sends Homer out on dangerous errands, where he ends up getting kidnapped by the cartel. Marge offers
look how
Krusty's
skinny
film reels
Homer
in
is.
exchange for her homie. Although initially reluctant, Marge persuades Krusty to make the trade by quoting lines from his favourite book. Because of this failure, Krusty kept himself to a children's entertainer and vowed never to make anything good again. Later on in life, Krusty sneaks into a movie theatre in Mexico to find that his movie has become an unintentional, hilarious cult classic. Age 56, becoming a daddy. During the Gulf War,
56.
Krusty performed as a USO show for the troops. It's here that he meets a pretty soldier named Erin, and they spend the night together, but Erin wakes up a bit too late for her mission to assassinate Saddam Hussein. Krusty feared that by taking out Hussein, a lot of his jokes about him would become obsolete, and so Krusty intervenes, ruining her mission and leading her to strangle him. For the next decade, Krusty would go on to forgetting about this little incident until a green-haired girl named Sophie showed up at his book signing stating that he was her father.
I finally found my daddy.
Go.
Even though Krusty is a children's entertainer, it turns out that he knows nothing about them. As a whole, Krusty is pretty much an adult entertainer with a painted face. He tells crude jokes, does some dodgy dealings, and lives a pretty
nothing about his
lifestyle.
daughter.
Not the kind
Nothing
of guy
about
to have a
her.
squeaky clean, kid-friendly image, which is probably why parenting didn't come too naturally to him.
I'm not the kind of dad who, does things or says stuff or looks at you.
And so he reached out for the help of Springfield's Father of the Year, Homer Simpson. Well, they had to include the Simpsons in some way, didn't they? As a result, Krusty and his daughter would bond over ice creams and pony rides. At the end of the night, Sophie plays Krusty a song on her violin, reminding him of his childhood. When Krusty drops Sophie back at home, he is reunited with Erin and her artwork collection.
Krusty had a rough childhood,
Later on, it
bro.
seems that Krusty
bad.
hasn't got the hang of fatherhood, betting his daughter's violin away during a poker game with mob boss Fat Tony. And naturally, he loses, which crushes Sophie when she finds out that her violin has gone. Up until this point throughout the show, Krusty has always been represented as a guy out for his own game. His relationship with Bart seems very one-sided, using the boy on multiple occasions to get his success back, before not really being seen together until the clown fluffs it up again.
Name?
Hey, it's me, Bart.
However, with the violin and his daughter upset, Krusty's shaken up and motivates to get it back.
Bart was like Krusty's friend.
And so he succeeds, returning it to his daughter, and in turn wins back her love. And unfortunately, even after he goes through
he got Krusty
effort,
out of
he
prison.
doesn't get a generous custody agreement.
I only get 1 week of custody once a year.
But he's still trying his best to be a good father, letting his daughter play the French horn live on air and going for a sleigh ride on Christmas. Age 65, present day. So, let's discuss Krusty's questionable age. On
Dang,
the
he's
Simpsons Wiki page,
65?
they list him as 52. And while this is usually my holy gospel when it comes to Simpsons
old.
facts, I'm not too
Dang,
sure on
Krusty
this.
is old, bro.
There's a lot of contradictions, which is to be expected from a show with over 700 episodes, with writers changing of hands every couple of seasons. It's mentioned a few times throughout the show that Krusty has had a 50-year showbiz career, meaning that he would be in his mid to late 60s at least. And seeing as Krusty looked around 15 when he first started performing, I'm going to go ahead and put his age as 65, but this is no way set in stone. Just like most celebrities, Krusty has had a string of failed marriages, 15 to be precise. He's been hitched so many times that there's even
he's been
TV
with
show
a lot
called
of
The
women.
Real Ex-Wives of Krusty. Now, let's discuss his rocky relationship with his father, Rabbi Hyman. The two have been estranged since his father discovered him on stage all
Man,
those
he had a
years
bad
ago.
relationship with his
but
father.
Throughout, Krusty has always missed his papa.
A bad
And
relationship.
ever his saviors when things get a little rough, Bart and Lisa help heal the rift between them. At first, they try to use Judaic teachings to change his mind,
Man,
but the
bro,
rabbi always
that's
has
so
a retort.
sad.
Until they quote the wise words of Sammy Davis Jr., a Jewish
Like
entertainer much
he hasn't
like
talked
his
to his son in like
This
years.
finally convinces him, and he finally reconciles with his son. A proud Krusty then shows off his dad to his audience live on air. But Krusty still feels like he's missed out on their relationship as well as his Jewish roots, so he asks his father's help to get his bar mitzvah. Seeing it as a way to celebrate Judaism while making some cash at the same time, he turns his bar mitzvah into an extravagant live event. But his father naturally disapproves, believing he is making a mockery of their faith. Later on, Krusty decides to have a real bar mitzvah in the temple. And so showing that at the end of the day, Krusty really values his father's opinion, the one person he was always so eager to please. A bit later on, when Krusty is wounded by a comedy roast, he turns to his father and asks if he thinks he's funny, and the rabbi replies,
"If you want to know my honest opinion of you, you've always been,
before quickly passing away. Obviously distraught by his dad's opinions, Krusty quits show business. But it's Bart Simpson that once again saves the day, revealing that his father actually loved his jokes, just not the delivery of them.
My father respected me, but could never tell me.
Krusty's had many ups and downs during his illustrious career. When his TV ratings plummeted because of the Gabbo show, his show was cancelled before coming back in an all-star comeback special.
He makes a lot of kids.
The show was to fake his own death in order to avoid the IRS. When it's revealed that Krusty has been one of the biggest tax cheats in history, he loses everything. His mansion and all of his earthly possessions are subsequently sold off. Mo even buys his bed, and I can't even wrap my head around the horrors he would do.
Oh my gosh, man, we have been through a lot with Krusty.
He fakes his own death in spectacular fashion, flying an airplane into a mountain, but jumping out just at the last moment. He then lives under a new identity of Rory B. Bellows. Now making a living as a salvager, Bart and Lisa track him down and confront him. Although initially reluctant to return to his old life, they manage to convince him to come back to show business. When he jumps into the sea, his yellow makeup washes off to reveal his real face, and in the process blows up his boat to claim the insurance. Let's talk about Krusty's makeup for a moment. Or is it even makeup? That's the real question. When Krusty suffered his heart attack, it was implied that this caused his face to turn white.
This ain't makeup!
But in the season 29 episode, Fears of a Clown, he has a yellow face, so who knows at this point? On a few occasions, Krusty has ditched his clowning around, once trying his hand at observational stand-up, and even gave serious acting a go.
Nah,
but
bro,
the ghost of the clown always
Homer.
lingered around to fill him with self-doubt.
That's Krusty.
You'll never get rid of me.
I thought that was Homer.
Clown.
He looks like Homer, but with the hair, though. Oh my god.
And he would always return back to his clownish roots. Krusty has also seemed to have taken a page from other entertainers and entered politics at one point. To be honest, Congress and Parliament, no matter where you are in the world, are full of loads of frickin' clowns anyway, so why not throw another one in there? Instead of entering politics with the goal of helping people, he instead does it to get the IRS and FCC off his back. But what else can you expect from politicians, eh? Alright, I'll leave them alone now. His campaign gets a lot of support too, appealing to the common folk and talking in nonsensical clown babble.
Waka waka waka! Wow!
Krusty
I don't know how Krusty still looks the same when he's 65 years old.
His absolute best to make do on his promises
God,
to the people,
man, you're old.
but none of the other congressmen listen to him. But with a little blackmail and getting a southern congressman drunk, his bill passes. And as far as we're aware, Krusty is a congressman. Age 73. As a serial
73?
dater, Krusty's found future wife number 16.
Oh yeah,
when
this
he
is when
starts
this is
dating
the
Marge.
future
Krusty
drama.
the Clown is dating your mom!
At this point, Homer and Marge have separated for the 100th time, and after being with a clown for the past 30 years,
Yeah,
she thought
they-
she'd try
they-
out
they
the
got
real
divorced.
thing. But I'll tell you one thing, Marge definitely has a type, as the two look incredibly similar.
I'm seeing double here. 4 Krusties.
While on a date at a
They
baseball
do.
game, Homer confronts the pair and proceeds to get into a fight with Krusty.
It's like they're the
After
same
Homer's
person.
beaten up by the clown, he and Marge get back together again. Age 95.
Yeah, they
Even in
got
his
back.
twilight years, Krusty is still on air, but he looks
Dang,
a little tired of
Krusty,
it
he's
all.
still alive?
Whenever the kinky clown, he
Oh
pokes
my
right up
God.
and revealed that he had an orgy with an adult Bart Simpson and an entourage of clowns.
95,
Seeing as
bro.
Krusty was Bart's childhood hero,
What?
this is all kind of messed up. But seeing as this scene was all a simulation,
Bart
I
really
guess
loves
it didn't
Krusty,
happen.
dude.
But still, ugh. And so on
He
that
really
really
loves
strange
Krusty.
note, that ends the Krusty the Clown timeline. I would like to end this video by saying a huge thank you to my newest Flying Hellfish members.
That
We
was
have
actually
Thomas
good. I actually
88,
like it.
Dave Upton, Samantha Rose, and Raleigh Mitchell. And of course, a big thank you to my Flying Hellfish unit. We have Timothy, who owes Bazane, Liam, Charlie, Sean, Andre, Stefan, Vincent, Robert, Ashley, Kevin, Glenford, Devin, Gadra,
Well, that's it
Stephen,
for this video.
Edward,
Hope you guys
Anthony,
enjoyed
Nicola,
it.
Nerd
So yeah, man,
Centric.
that is the Krusty timeline on today's video. But yeah, thank you guys, for watching, because like, man, Krusty has been through a lot, bro. A lot. He went to jail. His he got to saw his father again. Like, Krusty has went through a lot, He has went through a lot. I mean, yeah, man. His father did not believe him. He wanted to become an actor, make kids laugh. And, the show he puts out there, Itchy and Scratchy, I hate it. It's just a bad show. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, notifications on my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitter. I'll put this just on with the video, and peace out.